生命诚可贵，爱情价更高。若为自由故，两者皆可抛。Ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow teenagers, do you like freedom? Do you want freedom? And have you ever worked hard for your freedom? So, what does freedom truly mean? When I was in elementary school, I was often pushed to study and attend after-school classes that I only had a slight interest in. From 1st to 4th grade, my grades were excellent, and I constantly ranked near the top of the class, which made my mom and dad very proud. So I have a question for you guys. Have you ever done something that everyone else said was good for you? This repetitive dual routine just made me feel quite unhappy. And the only happy moment was the 10 minutes break that I can play with my friends every day. Then, in 5th grade, everything changed. I transferred to a new school. The teachers were energetic, and the students were more open. Our foreign teachers made phonics fun and taught us through stories. For the first time, I felt free and happy. I found friends, peace, and a sense of belonging. And do you know what that freedom meant for a well-behaved girl who always followed the rules? It was powerful because I realized that I could choose. I could choose the club that I wanted to join. I could choose what time to play, and I could even choose to date a boy. When my grades dropped, I told myself that it was just part of experiencing youth. Until one day, my mom said to me, "Zora, I want my daughter to be known for her excellence, not for dating." Her words made me feel both ashamed and awakened. She said, "I do not oppose the relationship itself. I just do not want to see you losing everything that you had worked so hard to achieve." Well, things that I had worked so hard to achieve? For the first time, I asked myself, what have I achieved? And who do I want to be? Youth isn't a fixed path. What should mine look like? That question stayed with me. Then, during one winter break, my family took me to Stanford. When I stepped onto the campus, if you were there with me, you would see students riding electric boards and carrying laptops. You would hear them saying, "I bet this algorithm will run tonight," instead of "I got high scores." They looked free. But their freedom wasn't about skipping classes or sleeping in classes. Their freedom was about knowing where they wanted to go. It was the freedom of purpose. At that moment, I realized that true freedom wasn't about doing whatever you want. It was about knowing your passion and choose to pursue it with everything you have. They looked free, but not the kind of freedom I knew. In elementary school, freedom meant 10 more minutes of playing time. In middle school, freedom was choosing your own club. But here, those students were not just smart. They had passion. They were not just learning, they were creating. At that moment, I saw the kind of person I wanted to be. Not a number on a report card, but a verb. To ask, to explore, to turn why into why not try. I wanted to be someone who studies not just to score high, but to change the world. So I made a promise to myself. The next time I stand at Stanford, it won't be a visitor. I will walk those paths as a student. But I know if I want to study at a top college, I must build myself up, little by little. So when I got back to China, I started new. I listened to the classes with a new level of focus. I followed the teachers closely, and I set a firm goal. I must become better. I broke old habits. I set aside games and videos and pulled myself out of that low mood. I did not feel unhappy leaving it behind. Instead, I joined new activities. I stepped outside my comfort zone. And most importantly, I made mistakes. But I learned from those mistakes. I grew. My resilience, independence, and confidence deepened. Now, I know what I want to study, I know who I want to become, and I know how much work it will take. Each day, I stay focused, I protect my goals, and I keep moving forward because I have a purpose. And striving for purpose, ladies and gentlemen, that is my understanding of true freedom. Thank you.